to the MystiCOOLS. This is the weekly empath update for the vibes of what's going on in the collective. Again, I do emphasize a lot on these weekly videos. This is like empathic type stuff, so most likely going to attract more so light workers or people that are really into empathy as far as feeling other people's energy and kind of getting an update of what we are collectively feeling. So a few things have come up for me. Oh, my stomach just agreed. It was like, I don't know if you heard it on camera, but it was like, yeah. Priorities is one of them that came up, is setting priorities, because I've been personally working on time management, and I'm holding space for others, and I have a gift to gab and stuff like that. And then, but like also the importance of priorities and making sure that other things are being accomplished and such and such. So setting priorities to make sure that my energy doesn't get drained in one particular place and is spread around properly. And energy meaning like hold your energy, hold your sovereignty always, but like as far as where do you hold space, time, and stuff like that. So prioritizing was one that came up for me. But also the importance of setting the intention, not giving up, not giving in, keeping to the intentions and the manifestations to bring in the whole big picture. So a lot of what's coming through is community. The word unity is in the word community. And so using our free will choice and prioritizing so that we may unite together in the community to build the visions into reality. So that's something that's been coming up for me, just like on the downloads, what I got from Spirit. But now I'm going to bring in the cards. I just did a quick shuffle, just working personally on making sure that I can try to keep this in a time managed container. All right, so the first one we got from our stone cards is intentions. And what I find interesting is this lit up. I've been also realizing the importance this week of solar power. So sometimes we don't feel like doing things using our free will, our willpower, our solar power to persevere through, sometimes we don't want to, but it is for the best to set that intention and stick to it by using your willpower, which is interesting because that is the second card we got. And as you can see, his solar plexus here is also lit up. So we have two cards, leading to that. It's making me feel the solar power. So, taking our power back, really sticking to, the vision, even when we sometimes feel like it's not happening the way we want to, and it's easy to give up or give in to something else, something else seems more realistic. But honestly, I feel like we're being called to really set some intentions of bringing unity consciousness in. So that's what I'm picking up. From the angel cards, we got courageous. I'm hearing one of my own songs, but we got courageous now, and I can't remember the rest of the rap, but there's one verse where I say, and we become courageous now. So yeah, it takes courage for us to bring heaven to earth. It takes courage for us to not give up and not give in, and use our intentions and our willpower to really set forth, bringing in realities. So it says, be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. I love her style. It's like she's an angel, but she's got this Native American style. And a friend of mine had her child over, and I was gifting these dream catchers, but he actually accidentally left his, but it just kind of goes with her in this brown and all this. And I just find this interesting because it was left on my card table. But anyway, kind of for me, Native American, type vibe really resonates, tribal vibe. So, but that's okay. Whatever vibes for you, just be courageous about it. We've got transition of career. So again, sticking to the higher vision, not giving up, not, really seeing forth with our willpower, that we don't give up on that unity consciousness and bringing that heaven to earth, that bigger vision. Sometimes the outside doesn't reflect because we might have more deeper shadow work to work on. We have to clear out this, we have to become conscious of the subconscious. I've been talking to another friend who's a lit ascension being. I like to call her that. She's super, I call her an ascended astrologer. She's super lit. But we were just talking about bringing the subconscious to consciousness. It really seems to be a theme. So, but it says your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. So maybe like, not giving up, not giving in, setting that intention, using your willpower to keep going forth with like your beliefs, your vision, what is the higher calling. And you may have to change careers in order to manifest that. So just think about that, feel into that, and see what that resonates for you. Which I find is so cool is we also got prioritize, which I definitely was getting downloads immensely of the importance of setting priorities to make sure that dreams manifest into reality is very important to stick to prioritizing so that everything is managed in the most beautiful, organized way. And we will need to use our willpower and everything for that and set the intentions. So it says focus on your highest priorities and you will get help with organization and motivation. Beautiful. Then we have our chakra of the week, which I'm going to end on our last angel card in a minute here. But our chakra of the week, we've got green, which is heart. So maybe, in order not to give up and not to give in, we got to really listen to the heart. We got to really follow that calling. And what do we really value? And, tapping in with your courageousness and honoring what you're valuing. What is your heart speaking to you? What is it saying? What is the importance of the priorities? What is the career calling for? What is your true, pure intention, coming from the heart vibration? And I think in order to really get into the depths of the true, like pure heart, it does require clearing out a lot of shadow, clearing out conditionings and things that like where you're wounded or injured and you may not have given up on some of your heart's desires, but honestly, I feel the heart is such a beautiful messenger that carries the blueprint so much. So I had a scripture this morning. Let me see if I can find it. Excuse me. I know this is a little disorganized, but just hold on one second. This angel here is helping us prioritize and organize. But I read this. I have several different books I read every day, but this one's called Jesus Today. And so I let myself randomly turn to the message of the day, and it happened to be, I just turned right to it. No way. Anyway, it's about hope and courage, which is very, very interesting. So I do daily devotions just to get the message and prioritize my time and who I spend with it and what would the highest and best be for the day. I aim to make the day the highest and best. And so sometimes I'll set plans, but I'll let, God change them. But today was about hope and courage. And it says, it is easier to give up and give in into dull disappointment. Well, this job pays the bills, so I'm completely unhappy, but that's what I'll do. Well, the angels are saying maybe switch it up, and we got our heart chakra for our week. So like following your heart, maybe that dull disappointment really isn't your calling. And so maybe courageousness is going to lead you to the career that you really want to be in. And if you prioritize and set your intentions and use your will to not give up and not give in, right, to dull disappointment and just us doing the same conditioning thing. I mean, it's just, it's not fun. And then, following our heart's calling. Very important to clear out the shadow so that you can, and it's important to have courageousness and not give up and not give in so that you're able to keep the courage. And so anyway, courage is a French word that stands for heart. So we also got that. And it's saying it's easier to have the give up attitude. I'll just do this whatever and whatever. But actually, it leads to disappointment and dulls the senses. So it's really important to keep the courage and really follow the heart. However, the most important thing that I love this scripture. And I thought, man, I want to share this. Should I do a video? But since it's going so much with what we're saying today, I want to go ahead and, share it. So I'm going to just share this whole page. You want to read that? I don't know if you can see it, but there's one, be strong and of good courage and do not fear nor be afraid. For the Lord your God is the one who goes with you. He will not leave nor forsake you. Then this one's my absolute favorite. when I heard this, it just makes my heart just get so excited. So since we are on the topic of the heart chakra, this is what made me think of it. It says, I pray also that the eyes of your heart, whoa, like the third eye, but like your eyes of your heart, so I have this quote that came through me. It was like, it's also in a lyric, follow your heart, it will lead to your mind's clarity. So to be able to see, right? So what I love about the scripture is, it says, I pray also that the eyes of your heart may be enlightened, in order that you may know the hope to which he has called you, or the great creator has called us, to the riches of the glorious inheritance in the saints, is incomparably great. Hold on, excuse me. Focus! To which he has called us, the riches of his glorious inheritance in the saints, and his incomparable great power for us who believe. So when you have courage and you don't give up and you don't give in and you hold on to, free will, like you really, really, really stick with that, set your intentions, prioritize, make the career changes you need to, and then we got to our heart chakra. So thank you for your patience, but I wanted to share that today because the eyes of the heart be enlightened. Whoa, that's some epic stuff. If I'm being honest, I feel like that's some epic stuff. Okay, cool beans. So it says here, when you experience things that shock or hurt you, take a deep breath. Ghosts don't swim well in the deep waters of a whole heart. Breathing up the words, I hear, ah. Breathing out the words, I hear, ah. Excuse me, I can see on the camera, I've got wet all over my shirt. It's not sweat. It's actually that I took a shower, just a little random note, and my hair is wet and it's getting me wet everywhere. So anyway, the point is, please excuse this. It's my hair, it's wet, and it's getting my shirt all wet. But anyway, if you see that, that's what that is. But anyway, so loving your heart, right? Okay, so we, may have been through some stuff, some shadow stuff, and we may have given up on some of our heart's desires, but like release that, release that. And ghosts don't swim in the deep waters of the whole heart. The shadow doesn't want to, when you go whole heart, you are whole and complete, and you complete your mission and you prioritize that as important, and that's wonderful. So we really want to keep our hearts activated, really solar power, take your power back, be courageous, prioritize, so that your calling and what we are called to is the priority, so that heaven is embodied on earth. It's like priority right now. So last but not least, I'd like to complete this on our last card of the angel deck, which is my favorite esoteric stuff, as far as that's what I'm really into, but it's spiritual understanding. Yeah. And this angel is the angel of like downloads of esoteric information and such. Sacred geometry and really cool things. It says, I am bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. So again, following the heart, whole heart without the shadows and the conditioning, help us to get a spiritual understanding so that we may be courageous, set our priorities, set our intentions, use our free will from our solar plexus to make the proper transitions and changes to be our highest and best selves. And so, when you prioritize and you get to that, listening to your heart, following to your mind's clarity, you will download spiritual understanding. So this week, let's really it's time to really prioritize, someone else's goal or dream, that isn't aligned to your calling is not your priority, right? But the priority of what you're called to be. And if you don't know what that is, there are angels helping you to get the downloads. And so it's really important to clear out the shadows and get conscious of the subconscious so that you're able to use with the eyes of an enlightened heart, you will be able to see and have a deeper spiritual understanding as to what is the priority, what is it that you're being courageous, what is it that you're not giving up on, and not giving into, and all that, and that you can properly set your intentions so that they can manifest, and in a beautiful, esoteric, beautiful, spiritually understood way, in a whole heart. Got to go whole heart for it to be holy. All right. Well, thank you so much, Empaths. I just enjoy you so much. Thank you so much for joining us today. And again, if you feel inspired, please subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, leave a comment. Are these empath videos working for you? Do you resonate? Do they help you? Do we get any feedback? Those kinds are, we're open to feedback is what I meant to say. We're open to feedback. We'd love to hear what you have to say. You have a voice. We want to hear it. So if you feel inspired to share, if not, totally cool. No worries. Either way, I'm going to be prioritizing using my intentions and willpower wholeheartedly with my courageousness to get some spiritual understanding of my own callings. So, I encourage you to do the same this week. And thank you so much for joining us here on the MystiCOOLS. Hope you have a super lit, inspired week. Namaste. Blessings.